Hey, welcome back everyone. Now I think it's pretty safe to say that the future of the Star Wars universe seems to be quite expansive, not just with their books, novels, comics, and video games, but also, let's not forget about the new Star Wars TV shows, Star Wars movies that are currently in the works by Disney and Lucasfilm, and exactly what that means for the future of the Star Wars universe by George, John, and Dave. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you also very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about the future of the Star Wars universe is that yes, we are looking forward to things like The Mandalorian Season 3, which I am very sure that you guys have seen the leaked footage of the trailer for Season 3. It looks pretty solid so far. This was, by the way, strictly for those who attended Star Wars Celebration that kind of got out there to the public. But I digress. The thing about everything related to all of these new Star Wars TV shows, such as the Bad Batch continuation, Tales of the Jedi, and even the Ahsoka Tano series, is that it's all being done by John and Dave Filoni with the help of George Lucas by their side. Now, everything that happened with the Kenobi TV series, obviously, really turned a lot of Star Wars fans away from the franchise, walking away from the brand and saying, you know, that's it for now, I'm taking a break, or I'm done with Star Wars for good. And that's exactly why Disney executives and, of course, CEO Bob Chapek are currently planning something huge for Kenobi Season 2, and of course the entirety of the Obi-Wan Kenobi brand as a series. Now, with that being said, of course, on top of all of this, what's even all the more exciting has all to do with exactly what Bob Chapek has up his sleeve when it comes to tricks that he's about to play here, with, of course, the continuation of the Kenobi TV series, and how it's going to have a lot to do with rewriting aspects of the Obi-Wan Kenobi canon. Now, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now planning a second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi for the fans, creators Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are set to join the project to create a far more interesting story than before. Now, further, it's described that Disney had a different plan for the second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi, where they didn't want Kenobi and Vader to meet again, for that they of course are now planning to be made into 3 seasons. Now, it's described, however, that the big plan right now by Lucasfilm for the second season of Kenobi is to essentially rewrite many pieces of the canon that was introduced in the first Kenobi season that will be reworked in a different way for the second season of Obi-Wan Kenobi. A lot of these rewrites of the canon have a lot to do with characters like Reva, the Inquisitors, Darth Vader, and yes, even Leia, that will be rewritten for the second season of Kenobi. This is going to be handled by both John and Dave Filoni, given that the writer of course, the Kenobi series, and of course the director of the Kenobi show as well, was let go and fired from Season 2 due to the bad fan feedback from Season 1. Now, the plan by Disney is to have its creators rewrite the lore of Obi-Wan Kenobi with Season 2, where it's described to be big, of course, and a very big deal, and something that will be very tedious and difficult, however, will be handled by 4 creators, including Favreau and Filoni, with the original writer of the Kenobi movie trilogy in the talks to join Stuart Beattie. So, Disney executives want to make sure that Season 2 will be superior than Season 1 for the fans in order to truly capture the story of Obi-Wan and Vader, and that they are planning for another rematch between both Kenobi and Vader in the second season of the series. Now, surprisingly, Bob Chapek recently had a meeting with the executives about all of this and is said to be allowing a bigger and higher budget as to why Kenobi's, of course, writer and director were fired from Season 2 had a lot to do with the fact that they were the ones to actually fully agree with Kathleen Kennedy's vision of the Kenobi TV series, of how it should have been a bigger focus on characters like Reva and Leia. Now, let me just, say something here real quick about this before we get to the more involved material, is that the thing about them rewriting canon material for Kenobi Season 1 that's going to take place in the second season, it is a big deal. I can see how it's going to be a very tedious job for Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and has Stuart Beattie's in the talks to join the second season of Kenobi. Honestly, Stuart Beattie, I think it's a must to get him on board, because I don't know about you guys, but his treatment of the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie trilogy was amazing. Alright, he had so many great ideas. He was going to have both, Vader and Kenobi fight in front of the castle on Mustafar and do all these crazy things. He was going to have a vision of Luke Skywalker wielding a red lightsaber fighting Kenobi. He talked all about this with the Direct, by the way, a couple of weeks ago. And so, in the beginning, they really had this real mapped out plan for the Kenobi storyline that was all stripped down and condensed into just one season. And that's exactly why, when you guys watch the first season of Kenobi, it seems very rushed, it seems very compiled, a little bit too much actually. And that's because they tried to fit all the material into one show. So, the fact that they are planning right now to rewrite Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 1's canon in Season 2, it is a big deal, alright? It's going to be a lot of pressure on people like Favreau and Filoni and Stuart Beatty if he joins up, and another creator that joins up as well, to really handle things and to move things forward. But again, I think it's a good thing that Joby Harold and Deborah Chow were let go, because they actually wanted to focus less on Kenobi again in Season 2, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second. And that's another factor as to why they were let go by Bob Chapek. Continuing on. So, Kathleen Kennedy, as of now, is described to be very angry over the fact that Disney fired Joby Harold and Deborah Chow from the Kenobi TV series. Another reason why they were let go had to do with the fact that Joby Harold took specific elements from Stuart Beatty's work and changed it drastically into something that did not stay true to the Kenobi trilogy vision. And how Joby also wanted to focus on Reva more with the Season 2 of the Kenobi series, as well as Deborah Chow. Additionally, Joby Harold wanted to also have less Kenobi in Season 2 than in Season 1, which also caused further complications, and how Deborah Chow agreed with that, of course, and how it also let them fall into getting fired by Bob Chapek from the Star Wars project, that will now be rewriting the Kenobi canon in a various format for the fans. This is Chapek's way of promising the fandom that good things are on the horizon and a lot of exciting things are about to come. Now, Season 2 of Kenobi, we already talked about this, it's going to be a ways off. It's probably not going to be to the very end of 2024, because they're not even aiming to begin writing this show until maybe the beginning to mid-2023. That would make them being able to film the series, give or take, around the end of 2023, maybe the beginning of 2024, and there you have it. Release window for holiday of that year. So, there's a ways to go before we get to see Hayden and Ewan again in the Kenobi series, but they are signed on for a multi-show contract deal, meaning that they will be appearing in various other Star Wars shows. In fact, Hayden is beginning to work and film scenes already as we speak for the Ahsoka Tano TV show as Anakin Skywalker in very different, unexpected ways that are going to be very magical. So, the Ahsoka series, they're trying to make that also into a multi-season show of how Kenobi went from a limited series to a multi-season show. And that's what they're trying to also obtain and keep stable with the Ahsoka Tano series. So there's a lot at play here. I mean, there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of good, rights that can come out of this, and, kind of making the wrongs pretty much be in the rearview window and kind of just forgetting about it. But overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.